use the monthly and weekly time frame first. Monthly and weekly gonna give you the safest entries and the most low risk entries. You feel me? Because first thing first, we need to go over SPY. SPY is the most important ETF in the stock market because it holds the top 500 companies in the world. Beginner tip: never have a bigger trading account than a retirement account or a long-term hold account. But as a long-term investor, I mainly use it to, buy on major dips, because as you can tell, if a stock respect the 200 EMA over a decade, it's gonna keep doing it and it's gonna keep bouncing. First thing first, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm gonna give y'all some good information, some good gaming tips on the stock market. Get your notepad and pen ready. This is beginner friendly. If you're watching this and you're a beginner, you're going to be able to learn a lot from this. What's good, YouTube? Disciplined Diamond Hands back with another video, man. Don't you see my hands? They disciplined and they diamond. But yeah, check out the board. But first thing first, we're going to cover how to use the 200 EMA, how to set it up on your screen, and how to profit off of it. Because that's the main thing, how to profit off of it. What I will say is, you need way more than the 200 EMA to profit off of the 200 EMA, but you can use it to profit. So let's get into this. First thing first, go to TradingView on the app or on your phone. And this how you know I'm ethical and moral. I ain't on no crazy. I ain't lying. I ain't selling nothing. And I ain't looking up nothing crazy. I ain't looking up nothing crazy that start with a C or a P or a K or S or anything. You feel me? But I gotta show y'all how to add it. Go to EMA. Moving average exponential. Go to EMA 200 with EMA, click the settings, click 200, close. All these inputs should be the same. This is my style. This is it. But yeah, and once you have that, you're set. The exponential moving average is a type of moving average that places a greater weight and significance on the most recent data points. Basically the 200 EMA is 200 the past 200 days consolidated in one line. EMAs are popular among traders for identifying long-term trends with the 200-day exponential moving average. I also like the 50-day moving average. First thing first, it identifies trend and direction. What we're going to do is we're going to go over this on the SPY, the S&P 500. Then I got some ticker symbols here I want to go over it on. Because first thing first, we need to go over SPY. SPY is the most important ETF in the stock market because it holds the top 500 companies in the world. Hood is at an all-time high. Oh my God, let's go look at it right now. Let's see. Okay, Hood is printing. Hood is one of my biggest positions in my Roth IRA, and I'm printing. And I want to say this, never have more in your trading account than your long-term hold or your retirement account. Your retirement account should be bigger than your trading account. That's why I messed up at as a beginner. Beginner tip: never have a bigger trading account than a retirement account or a long-term hold account. You want your longest holding assets to be your most valuable, because you don't want to be risking 10,000 when you can have 10,000 in safe assets that's going to compound. You're trying to compound it by 100% when you can be compounding it by 10%. So don't try to advance the compounding. But back to how it identified trend and direction. Well, this is how. If it's above it, it's bullish. If it's below it, it's bearish. What does that mean? Well, as you can tell, price is bullish because it's above. Price is bearish because it's below. Okay, repeat that again. Price is bullish if it's above the 200 EMA, bearish if it's below. Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all how to add it. Go to EMA, moving average exponential. Go to EMA 200 with EMA, click the settings, click 200, close. All these inputs should be the same. This is my style. This is it. But yeah, and once you have that, you're set. So what does that mean? When price is above, it's bullish. When price is below, it's bearish. Well, price is above the 200 EMA, and all you see is a strong uptrend. And once price get below, you see it's bearish. That's what it means. So now you can see the trend. It acts as dynamic support and resistance. Okay, so another tip is use the monthly and weekly time frame first. Monthly and weekly gonna give you the safest entries and the most low risk entries. You feel me? How does it act as dynamic support and resistance? Well, first thing first is I'm gonna keep all these circles marked up, circles still. But I'm going to show you how to show you dynamic support and resistance. Well, support is where it bounces up at, and resistance is where it bounces down from because it can't get above it. Right here, we can tell price came down to this 200 EMA, and what did it do? It actually bounced up. It didn't come down to it precisely. It ain't gonna always be precisely. But it went up, what, 38% once it did that. Check it out again. It's not gonna be precise. It went down some. It went down. It went down 6% before it could return up 82%. And look, if you would have brought it back in September 2022, you would have been up 82%. So that's already how to profit off the 200 EMA. Buy the SPY when it gets to the 200 EMA. Buy it even more if it get below the 200 EMA. Because since the 1600s, the S&P 5, the stock market has been increasing in value, you know? But yeah, that's how it acts as dynamic support and resistance. Let's check out how it acts as resistance. Right. I think it's this one I want to check out. We're going to keep the circles. Hopefully it's not too confusing. I'm about to delete all them circles, and we're going to go over actually ticker symbols and stocks that I was able to profit off of, or that you could be able to profit off of, or that is there right now. Your LEN is there right now. IT is there right now, and I'm in both of them. And yeah, let's get into it, man. So we see price here. How does price act as a resistance? Because check it out. Well, first it gotta respect it, you know. It ain't gonna always respect it like here. But look right here, price get above, reject, 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 resistance, resistance, you know. So it acts as a dynamic support and resistance. I use the 200 EMA more as a support since I'm a long-term investor. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I use it both ways. But as a long-term investor, I mainly use it to, you know, buy on major dips. Because as you can tell, if a stock respect the 200 EMA over a decade, it's gonna keep doing it and it's gonna keep bouncing. It smooths data. So basically, I also like the 50-day moving average, but that's too much to get into. Let's check out AMGN. AMGN is looking very beautiful because check this out, man. See that 200-day exponential moving average? See how things respect the 200-day moving average so differently. With this one, we're going to do some arrows. Let's see. Boom. Hey, give me my arrows, man. Give me my arrows. And we're gonna do the arrows green just because, like, they was real green every time it did this. Every time. I don't know why I keep deselecting it. Every time it came to the 200 EMA, it did it. It wasn't perfect, but every time it did it. I just gotta show you. This is how you profit off the 200 EMA. I ain't gonna lie, but as I can see this trend though, this trend is starting to get slower and slower. Like every time it take off, it's getting slower. honestly, I feel like it's gonna come below that 200 EMA soon. But check it out. Say you would have got it right here. Okay, it hit 200 EMA. That's the wrong one. Hit the 200-day EMA, perfect. Stop loss 30%. 30%. Boom. Cause look, a 30% stop loss on a good company below the EMA 30% on a good company is not gonna happen. So yeah, check that out. Walmart. Last time Walmart touched the 200 EMA was back in 2022. It went up 153%. It didn't go below the 200 EMA by 30%. But it also depends on more things. Now check IT out. We gotta use it on a higher time frame, cause look, oh my God, on the weekly, it passed the 200 EMA on the weekly. What do you do when it passed that? Go on a higher time frame. Check it out on the higher time frame. Did it break the 200 EMA on the monthly time frame? Hell nah. Last time it did this. Last time it ran up 661%. So if I'm in there, honestly I got in below there. But if I'm in there, back to new highs above 100% return. So this is when I'm in currently, as well as UPS. As we can look at UPS, I put this one on here just because everything don't respect the 200 EMA perfectly. Like, yeah, it could have respected that level, but if you watch closely, it didn't want to respect that level. Price wanted to keep breaking through that level, and it used it as a resistance and kept flushing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it tried to bounce here. Yeah, it tried to bounce. But price flushed that level, and it just started making lower highs. But yeah, this level is actually more relevant than that 200 EMA, and I'm in it now. And yeah, CMG. Let's see what we got. It broke that 200 EMA. It used it as a resistance. It's starting its downtrend. Where could it bounce? Potentially here. LEN, I'm in LEN as well. Let's see. Why did I add them? Because I like that this level right here, not based off of the 200 EMA. But honestly, they using it as a support now, I ain't gonna lie. They trying to use that as a support, so I'm liking that. But sometimes the EMA works, sometimes it don't. But now you're able to see it and you're able to use it to your advantage, and you're able to see it now with stocks live. You feel me? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Shit, y'all have a good day, man.